what I don't want, nakatingin lang kayo. So, ay, konti lang likes ko. Hindi. It's a never-ending game. But the only way you can increase your likes, your audience, your subscriber, your business, when you do all the four. If there's one thing I want you to start to understand right now, please write this, is the word infinite game versus finite game. Okay? When I say infinite game, at the end of the day, when we ask all of this really good people who's made it there, this is not about just now, but look at it for the rest of your life. When we ask Sigitan, anong sikreto? Sabi niya, walang sikreto. 15 straight years, every day, I've been doing content left and right. Walang sikreto. If you take a look at those huge people who made it worldwide, Mr. Beast, right? It took him 10 years to be Mr. Beast, true or true. So which is at the end of the day, if you start to take a look at on how you want to create this for long term, make sure that you just don't be attached to the viewers, to the subscribers, to the followers, because may kanya-kanya naman tayong strength, may kanya-kanya tayo, but attached to you now taking a look at on how you can do this for the long term, right? So, when we say infinite game, you're not here because of the likes, okay? Hindi ako plastic, gusto ko rin ng subscriber, gusto ko rin ng follower, I'm real about it. However, what is more important for me is to take a look at on what will bring me to my infinite game. Okay ba tayo? So are you with me, infinite game? Yeah. So the infinite game here is to really take a look at on understanding paano ba tayo magtagal dito. Because sa totoo lang, some people started, I was coaching a lot of people who does a lot of content, marami siyang follower. Tapos in the end, they start to expect nakikita na kaagad. No? Sometimes you earn, sometimes not. But at the end of the day, it's really taking a look at on where will you be led. So, my formula for staying here long term, okay lang ba? Share ko sa inyo? Yeah. Just like any other business. A lot of business are come and go. But in the end, this is one thing for sure. Whatever business I hold, okay, para kung Midas touch. Kilala si Midas touch? Yes. Nagiging gold. No? Most of the business I put up, people I partnered with, minimum 7-8 figures net income on a monthly basis. Not bad. Because of this principle. And this is something I want to share with you on how you can create. No? Number one, if you want to be in an infinite game, number one, you make sure your ultimate number one and only foundation why you do what you do is to make sure, number one, you are actually mission-driven or calling-driven. When I say mission-driven, calling-driven, this is really your purpose. Why you do what you do. Kasi kung hindi ka mission-driven, hindi ka purpose-driven, or hindi ka calling-driven, mapapagod ka eh. Kasi naka-attach yung long-term, yung long game mo doon sa result ng labas. And ako, anything that I do in my life, I make sure I see it, do it for the rest of my life. I will not do anything. Okay? For some of you, maybe you see, at 53 years old, I may be fit. Tama ba? Okay? If you look at if you're following me, medyo flexible po tayo. Okay, malakas din tayo. Grabe rin yung aking, today I just did 345 floors up and down, right? But I woke up 3 a.m. I came from my farm and I was at the ilog almost every other day. But again, I'm doing this not for the six-pack abs. I'm doing this not to look good. Okay? Bonus na lang yun. But I'm doing this simply because I want to be at the age 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years old. Eto pa rin tayo ko. Okay ba yun? Yeah. Pagkasabi, Coach Russ, what do we go? Coach Russ. Sabay. Mas malakas. Coach Russ. You're hot. You're hot. That's how I want it to be. Are you with me? Yeah. So if you want to have the greatest health ever, don't look at the weighing scale. Don't look at the waistline, look at your 70, 80, 90 years old. Do what you're supposed to do on the day-to-day basis. There's no secret, ladies and gentlemen. But here's the thing. How clear are you? Kasi a lot of times, di ba, magda-diet na ako. Nasabi mo na ba yan? Right? Tapos nag-lose ka na ng weight. Pagka-lose mo ng weight, anong gagawin mo next? Balilik mo yung kinain mo. Why? Because we're all geared towards transactional thinking. We're all geared towards what? Just finite game. May deadline. Wala pong deadline to. Ask me why. We are now in the phase wherein we are the forefront, no, of the biggest economy in the world. Please write this. When everything is digitized. Pag lahat na digitized, no, merong disruption. But the disruption will not take effect right away because there's a deception stage. Alam niyo ba yung AI, 1960s pa yan? Sabi niyo, alam namin kasi sinabi mo. Di ba? Okay lang ba yun? And then there's deception stage. Hindi mo alam nangyayari. Yung kinikwento ni Alex, for some people, Diyos ko, maniwala ka dyan, negosyo nila para mag-enroll. No. We are now in deception stage. The moment may deception stage, number 4, it will now be dematerialized. Alright? So, anong example nito? I don't know if you remember, sino dito inabutan yung pag nakinig ka ng music, doon ka sa plaka, yung vinyl. Hindi nila alam yan. Okay? Pagkatapos ng plaka, anong next? Pag nag-rewind ka, paano? Dayan. Yan, no? Tapos, nawala ang cassette tape, what happened? Next? CD. Right? And then after CD, what happens? Hindi alam ni Alsea to. No, you have to go MP3. Right? You don't know that, no? After MP3, what's next? iPad? iTunes? Right? Very limited. Right now, where do we hear music? Spotify. So it becomes now dematerialized. Hindi mo na mahawakan. This is the best part. It becomes democratized. Available to anyone and everyone. No, yesterday I was in my farm. My manang was cooking. She's 70-year-old. Sabi niya, Alexa, play Christmas song. Oh. Anyone can have that access, true or true? Can you imagine that? Dati, yung CD, magkano? Kung naabutan nyo. Hindi niya alam. 375. Yung 250 sa, ano yan, sa Taytay Rizal, tsaka sa Green Hills. Mga fake ang binibili mo. Right? 350, how many songs? 12. In Spotify, how many songs? Billion maybe. Are you with me? Yes. And this is the last part. When everything is democratized, it will be demonetized. Hindi demonetized. Hindi na siya magiging kaperahan. Which means if you don't have personal brand today, it's really, really scary. Ask me why. Why? The future currency is no longer money. It's trust. And who will people trust? Who are available online. People who system. And you are now at the forefront of really looking at it as a long term. But you can only take it a long term when you are actually mission or calling driven. Now, a lot of you are asking, ano bang mission ko sa buhay? Okay ba yun? Yes. Can I make it very simple? Yes. Alright? Your mission in life really is to find out your pain point and heal yourself. So you can now actually support other people. Klaro ba? Yes. So pag nasaktan ka, mabuti na lang. Ask me why. Can now be your calling. That's the deepest for me. Okay? Calling that I want to start understanding. Can I share mine? Yes. By the way, sino dito napapanood na ako kahit papano? Ay talaga. Anong napansin niyo sa mga content ko? Ha? Life-changing? Okay. Which particular life-changing content that you feel yung messaging ko? Kasi lahat ng mga barkada ko, pinagtatawanan ako, sabi sa galing mo, right? Yung views mo nasa 13,000, 10,000, 7,000. Tapos yung sa kanila, pinakamababa sa 100,000, 200,000, most of the time, million. Right? And then the criticism is because you're not entertaining. And some of my friends would always say, bakit hindi ka magtita small, di ba? I love her, by the way, no? Because again, it's not in my highest truth, no? So will I change who I am simply because this is what they need and they want from me? Or will I stay true of who I am really with my message? Okay? My complete messaging really is mental freedom, mental hygiene, which means being able to free yourself from stress, anxiety, fear, doubt, worry, that anything and everything that you need is already inside you. You're whole and perfect the way God created you, and that's my message. And if people are not entertained with, okay lang. Because there's a lot of people who needs my message. Because I went through depression. I went through suicidal tendency. I went through all of this stuff. And I won. How? I healed myself so I can heal other people. In fact, my purpose really is healing humanity's wounds through love-infused world of transformation. That's how deep it is. You know, sa totoo lang, no, lagari po ako. I'm someone who don't have to work because I'm already okay. But you know, I left early in the morning to be here. Later this afternoon, I won't be here. I have another talk. Every day, this is what I do. Whether I have 10 people, 10,000 people, 100 people, doesn't matter because that's the truest, highest calling that I have. So ako lang yun. Maybe your calling is all about health issues. You went through these health issues. What's unique about you? Maybe about environment. Ayoko na to, itong gusto kong ayusin. Right? Or maybe family. Or maybe, you know, breastfeeding, whatever you went through na malalim. Because that's where authenticity comes in. Hindi siya pwedeng gawa ng storya. Kailangan yung ano yung totoo tungkol sa'yo. You need to start identifying that. How to find your calling? Simple. Look at your pain points. How are you able to overcome it? And how you can allow people to overcome what you went through, that maybe this will help them, or maybe people who's going through around it will no longer be in a victim mode because you were there to give them. Na-shock lang ako, no? There was somebody who messaged us. Hindi ko siya kilala, nung tinignan ko, ang daming followers sa YouTube, si Dog Rock. Tapos sabi niya, Coach Russ, I want you to be my 100th episode and this is my monumental. Tapos sabi ko, totoo ba? Yung kanyang mga content, hindi naman doon ayon sa content ko. Kung Alec Cuenca, pwede pa, di ba? Pero yung sa kanya, parang hindi talaga align kasi sa kanya, mga rap, music, entertainment, you know him, right? So when I went there, sabi ko, ano lang ako, curious, bakit ako yung napili mo? Sabi niya, during the pandemic daw, napanood niya ko one time. At that time, he was so down. At that time, he was thinking of something that you cannot even imagine doing, but because of that video, and every morning, wala siyang ginawa, kundi abangan yung videos ko. Sabi nga ni Drill Top Darts, one soul saved is better than 1 billion views. Why I do what I do, despite of the following, doesn't matter. How about you? What's your story? How about you? What's your deep, profound calling, mission in life? Be willing to be vulnerable. Because that is where all the gasoline that you need for a long term. Are you grasping this? Kanina, yung sinatawag kong mission, calling, or purpose, medyo very heavy yun, di ba? It can be as easy as yun. Last night, I had a wine with someone who I just met, no? And sabi niya, yung advocacy ko po is, meron siyang tinatawag na group, is called Kaishao, no? Kaishao is a Chinese, is introduce, no? So sabi ko, ba't mo na napasukan niya? Sabi niya, galing akong States, 8 years ako doon, wala talaga nag-introduce sa akin. So, right now, I know yung mga challenge na mga single. So, nabuo niya yan. And it's really burning, and I want to support her with that. Is this making sense? Yes. Have a mission or calling. Kung wala pa, sino dito hindi pa clearly defined yung mission or calling? Hindi pa, okay? Can I give you a clue? You imagine, you have a basket of $100 each. No matter what you do, you show up to Christina, Metaphorically, you bless Christina with whatever attention, smile, conversation, as if you're giving her $100. That's the value you want to create for people. Just be with people. It's a blessing. One thing for sure, if everything is taken away, I'm A-okay. Ask me why.
Why?
I can bring back whatever I put in 3 times, 4 times because of the network I have in my life. Alec, pag nawalan ako ng bahay, pwede ba ako makatira sa'yo?
Yes.
How long?
Please.
Kapanati ka na.
And worldwide, I have that kind of network. Why? I'm always this one. Repeat after me. If the mission is clear, the commission will appear. Sulat mo yan. Totoo yan. Totoo yan. That's content creation. But some are just mission-driven. Kulang yan. Pangalawa, be professional. Hindi ka pwedeng poncho-poncho lang. Mag-upgrade ka. And I'm congratulating you, all of you here, because you are now starting to be pro. Takot ka mabash, hindi ka umayos eh. Di ba? Kailangang ayusin nyo rin, no? So when I went into this, I started, learning and learning, but make sure you learn about theories of your own content. Sulat mo sa professional, kuya, theories. Kaya ka naman nababash kasi kung ano-anong sinasabi mo, hindi naman back up yan by studies. Tama ba? Sino dito honest lang, takot kang mabash? Takot kang may masabi? Oh, kasi hindi ka sigurado sa sinasabi mo, kung ano-anong sinasabi mo. So far sa akin, marami bang nagbabash? Kasi hindi ko nababasa actually.
Wala akong konti lang.
Konti lang. Kung meron mang nagbabash, yung mga parents, no, na they are, meron ako isang video na 12 million, no? Tapos siguro mga 200,000 yung comment. 90% tuwang-tuwa, mga anak, no? 10% mga parents na parang mali ang tinuturo mo. Right? Because the way we were parented by our own parents was, kasi my parents lumaki sa gera, kaya ako yung control grabe sa pangalan. Right? And then na-pass on namin sa next generation. But this time, you guys, hindi na pwedeng i-control. And that's why a lot of suicidal tendency because children, people want their parents want to control them. So that was one. Okay? Pero sa totoo lang, hindi ako takot mabash kasi lahat ng sinasabi ko, alam ko. Right? How many times have you seen me talk, Donovan?
So great.
Plenty. Are my talks the same again and again or it's all brand new?
It's all brand.
Ask me why.
Why?
Nag-aaral ako. Pro ako. Kung mag-charge man ng 150 per talk, 2.5 million per seminar, ask me why. I am pro. I spend time. I want to make sure that whatever content I send out is breakthrough. Perhaps I heard your parenting.
Yes.
I had my favorite parenting guru. Her name is Dr. Shefali. My God, she's crazy. Out of this world. And I'm sure if you look at her contents, you'll fall in love. And that's where I want you to be unique around it. Kasi marami ng pare-pareho eh. Which means if you want to be professional, make sure that number 1, you learn the theories. Number 2, define your unique value proposition. What is different about you? But not only theories and UVP. Number 3, I want you to start taking a look at on, very important, is experience. Huwag ka na mag-content, hindi mo naman na-experience. Di ba? Maraming lumalabas sa content creator, akala mo, totoong kwento nila. Paano nangyari yun? Kaya, you have to experience it yourself kasi buong-buo eh. Ang sabi nga, the name of the game right now is authenticity. True or true?
True.
Authenticity comes not only with the words that you speak, but it's how you stand up, the tone of voice. But you can only be authentic when you experience it yourself. And lastly, for you to be professional, you need to have an application area. That's why yung sabi kanina ni Alec about community, as early as now, humanap ka na ng, kunwari wala ka pa, sino ito wala pang community? Right? With your topic, do you think meron ding interesado sa topic mo, Ray? Sa tingin mo? Ano ba topic mo? Baka interesado ako.
I'm a brand content creator.
Brand. Okay, so what do you do normally?
I'm usually a photographer, videographer, but I don't put up content na ako pwede.
So something else. So, but do you see yourself expanding this also? Okay. So are there people also who like to do what you're doing? So create, a community around it. 1, 2, 3 people. Okay. Make them your application area. Kasi dadami yan eh. Like right now, one of my huge is actually coaching, training, and mentoring. So yan, Alec, Yani, sila Tish, they're part of my coaching, mentoring community. That's where I get to apply real life experience. So when I stand up, hindi na paulit-ulit sasabi ko, laging brand new, laging brand new. In fact, ito halos araw-araw tayo magkasama, di ba? Sabi, ano na naman yung pakana mo? O, bakit? Di ba, hindi ako mauubusan, promise. In fact, my videographers are here. Lagi akong take one. Kahit birthday lang. Bakit ako lagi take one? Ask me why.
Why?
Nag-aaral ako. I spend an hour or 2 a day. More than that, I start really taking a look at what else can I give the world that's unique about me. But more than that, I enter into experience. So right now, I'm into mindfulness. Okay? So I'm on a wait list for the basic mindfulness experience with Joe Vitale. Not Joe Vitale. Dr. Joe Dispenza in Switzerland. If I get through that, I will be in Aurora, Colorado, 7 days. So this year, I'll be out of the country to experience what I want to be as a unique value proposition. Is this making sense?
Yes.
So invest in wonderful experiences. Just like what you're doing right now. Congratulations for investing. Maraming salamat. And do not stop investing! Kukunan mo yan eh.
Correct.
Kung ang negosyo mo ito, ayusin mo na. Right? Sa inyo ito, first time na nag-invest sa sarili itong mga seminar. Thank you. Congratulations. Palakpakan natin. But never stop. Kung may online course, tignan mo. Okay? Most probably, very important is for you to start taking a look on where will you apply it by blessing other people. Kaya po hindi ako takot. I open my world to anyone who wanna be coach, who wanna be mentor, who wanna do what I do. I'm opening my world and giving it all. Simply because when I give, I always win. Please write this. The biggest winners are the biggest givers. We are now in the economy wherein we democratize everything. Wala nang exclusive yan. Right? May copyright yan. Sino dito naniniwala sa copyright? Raise your hand. Repeat after me. You have the right to copy. Yun lang po yun. And okay lang. Maraming nangongopya po sa akin. Nire-record ako, nagtatay ng seminar company, coaching company. Okay lang, I still bless them. In fact, I call them, huy, may kulang ka, dagdagan mo ng ganito. Bumalik ka, makisaw-saw ka, and then bring it out. Panalo pa rin. Klaro ba?
Yes.
Because when I give to you, who am I really giving? That's how selfish I am. Because I know. Even if you don't pay me back, that's okay. Ask me why. Why? This is my heart. Sila doon na pa, no? Sabi ko doon, meron akong pang sapatos, gusto kong palinisan. Kasi konti lang sapatos ko talaga. I'm very minimalist. Coach, libre na po. Sabi, hindi. Negosyo, gusto ko negosyo. Hindi po. Sabi ko, okay, I'll send my 3 shoes. But make sure that you give me time with your people. I'll spend 3-4 hours with your people so I can bless you as well. That's how fair life is. So number 1, for you to play an infinite game, what it is? What is it? Sabay-sabay, 1, 2, 3, go. Calling driven. Number 2? And this seminar allows you to be professional. Number 3, okay? Best in class. Kailangan ikaw yung pinakamagaling kung nasaan ka. Kasi pag hindi ka magaling, people are not willing to pay you. No, kasi na-establish naman natin kanina that you want this also to be a 6, 7, 8 figure income monthly. Yes or yes? Yes. So, paano ka maging 7-figure income earner kung hindi ka magaling? That is a never-ending honing, getting better in terms of what? Best in class in terms of what? Knowledge. Kailangan marami kang bagong advanced learning. Kasi kung wala, mas nasawa ka rin eh. Diba? Sino dito, honest lang, parang nire-resist mag-shoot kasi ano sasabihin ko? O kasi kulang. Sa totoo lang, no? Sa dami ng aking content, kahit 3 years daw kung hindi mag-shoot, punong-punong-puno. I make sure I create a lot of knowledge. Okay? Number 2, skills. Kakayanan. So, don't just be contented na okay ka lang. Okay? The more skills you have in whatever you are doing. So, for me, from content, okay, so what I did was I started as a coach, and then facilitator, and then leadership training, team camp, okay? At the same time, dami-dami kong unique na pwede kong ibigay kasi ang dami kong kakayanan. Inaaral po yan. It's a never ending. Ask me why.
Why?
One of these days, yung knowledge mo at skills mo baka phased out na. Specifically, AI. Robot is there already. Baka ma-replace ka. That's why you need to keep on upgrading. More than that, okay, best in class will also explain your experience, letter E. But if you want 7, 8 figures income, knowledge, skills, and experience is not enough. Pakisabi, what else, Russ? Ready, begin.
What else, Russ?
Leadership. Kasi pag hindi, pagod ka. Yung talagang napapanood ako, anong nakikita niyo sa akin? Trabaho o puro gala?
Gala.
Ilog, swimming, and that's real ha. I just put that out. That's who I am. Why am I able to do that despite of my business all running? Because I learned a lot about leadership. Because sooner or later, you're gonna put up your team. Right? Si Jed here, palakpakan naman natin, no? He followed us when he was 16, and then noong 18, legal age na, nag-intern. Right now, he's 20. He just arrived from Japan the other week. Okay? But he already have how many interns under you? 4 interns. Now, hindi ko na siya pwedeng hindi bayaran ng 6 figures. Ask me why.
Why?
They're creating so much income in my social media asset. At 20-year-old. Klaro ba yan? Why? He learned this also. Kasi kung videographer ka lang, another pay. Magaling ka rin mag-edit, another pay. But this is very limited.
Right.
This one can expand. Now, because he has leadership, one of my clients gave him business. E-commerce. I think he has 8 people under there at 20-year-old. Is this making sense?
Yes.
Again, I'm giving you some tips that don't just look at this as tips, but it's really a bigger and wider range. So number 1, be mission. Number 2, number 3, last but is number 4, top of mind. So I went to a wedding, and then somebody went to me. Sabi, Coach Ross, pwede magpa-picture? Sabi, do you know me? Yes, Coach, you're all over. Klaro ba? So, kung nakita nyo, no, today I have speaking, tomorrow, every day may speaking engagement ako. Why? Because again, since I said, panindigan ko na, sabi ko, mag full-time content creator na ko, I cannot not be top of mind. Kasi ang laki ng ambisyon ko eh. Ang laki ng gusto ko mangyari sa buhay ko. Ang laki ng gusto kong contribution sa mundo. Bonus na lang ang income. Because if you start working on this all 4, guaranteed if income is what you want, hahabulin ka.